The town of Al-Faqih Hashim in the north of Sudan's capital Khartoum, partially submerged in water from the Nile River. The streets now flooded, turning into waterways. Imad Sharaf has lived here all his life. He says this is the first time the town is being flooded by the Nile.
We've never seen anything like it. We've been threatened by floods in the past, but we've always been able to put barricades that prevented it from coming to the town. But this time the water came with such force and amount, it broke the barricades.
The Nile flooded earlier this week, affecting several states in Sudan, including the capital. The government had issued a red alert, warning citizens along the river to be prepared. Jamal Osman's home is one of dozens that floodwaters have entered, despite him, like many others here, putting sandbags at the entrance. He says he fears the damage will not be restricted to water flooding his front yard.
The walls have started taking in water and becoming shaky. I'm expecting them to collapse in the next day or two because the water is too much. The latrine is now also filled with water from the floods and could collapse. I don't have the ability to fix them all when that happens.
Sudan's government says the rise in the Nile is the result of climate change, leading to increased rainfall at the sources of the river. And the opening of gates on the Ethiopian Grand Renaissance Dam, built on the source of the Blue Nile, also contributed. The water is starting to recede in some parts of the capital, but its impact remains. The flooding comes at a time when Khartoum is recovering from the conflict between the army and the RSF. The devastation caused by the flood is likely to make that recovery much harder. The floods come as the capital is struggling with the outbreak of diseases such as dengue fever and malaria, all consequences of the conflict that's weakened the health system.
We've come to see the needs of people here, who needs shelter, who needs sandbags, who has a house that may collapse, so we can help. The country is going through a difficult time with the war against the Rapid Support Forces, but we will work to ease the impact of the flooding.
With Khartoum already fragile after 2 years of fighting, people here fear it will take a while before they see any government response to the floods. Hiba Morgan, Al Jazeera, Al-Faqih Hashim, Khartoum.
Don't miss out, get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.